Welcome to Ntiva's Lunch and Learn for May 2024. I'm going to be your host again, Ted Brown, Director of Product Management here at Ntiva. And today we're going to be talking about Microsoft Viva. We're going to cover a little bit about what is Microsoft Viva and get into a couple of the core aspects of what Microsoft Viva contains. There's more modules listed than the 5 we have here, but just for the time purposes, we're going to cover these 5, and then in the next webinar, we'll cover the rest of them. So we're going to cover a little bit of Microsoft Viva Connections, Microsoft Viva Engage, Microsoft Viva Learning, get a little bit of what the goals are, and then lastly, finalize with Viva Insights. So first off, what is Microsoft Viva? Microsoft Viva is a new employee experience platform that brings together tools for communications, learning, well-being, and knowledge discovery in a context of work. It's designed to help employees and organizations thrive in the digital era by fostering culture and engagement, learning and innovation. Microsoft Viva consists of multiple modules, but the 5 we're going to talk about here integrate into Microsoft 365, as well as 3 other third-party applications. The first one we're going to cover is Microsoft Viva Connections, which is a digital experience that connects employees to their colleagues, leaders, and company vision by enabling them to access personalized and relevant content, communities, and resources. Next, we're getting into a little bit of Viva Engage, which is a personalized gateway to the digital workplace where employees can access relevant news, conversations, resource, and participate in company culture. We're getting into Viva Learning, which is a central hub for learning and development, where employees can discover and access relevant information and context of training from various sources, and managers can also track learning goals. Follow that up with Viva Goals, which provides you the dashboard where you can see your progress and get feedback as well as recognition. Viva Goals helps align your goals with your organization's visions and values and supports growth and development. Lastly, we'll do a little bit of Viva Insights, which is a personalized and organized analytic tool that helps employees and managers improve their productivity, well-being, collaboration, and provides actionable insights and recommendations based on data AI, one of my favorite parts of Viva. All right, first off, Viva Connections. Viva Connections is a personalized dashboard within the Viva experience. It's really a starting point for your workday if you want to make it work in that fashion. It offers a central location to catch up on community news, announcements, access important resources, and manage tasks and stay on top of deadlines. I really like to think of Viva Connections as a one-stop shop for staying connected to your company culture, resources, and tasks. Now, Viva Connections offers several benefits for both employees and organizations as such. You can improve communication and collaboration. So with employees can easily access and share relevant information, updates, and announcements from their leaders and peers. They can also join and participate in various communities of interest and practice, such as employer resource groups, projects, and social clubs. You also have the ability to enhance employees' engagement and well-being by allowing employees to discover and access personalized learning and development opportunities, recognitions and rewards, as well as wellness and health resources. They can also provide feedback and suggest to improve their work environment and experience. It also allows for the boosting of productivity and efficiency. Employees can streamline their workflow and tasks by accessing their frequently used apps and tools from a single dashboard. They can also customize the app experience by pinning their favorite resources and content. And lastly, I really feel it has a strengthening of organization, culture, and identity. If used correctly, employees can feel more connected to align to their organization's mission and vision and values. They can also learn more about their colleagues and leaders and celebrate in their achievements and milestones. Now, some of the features of Viva Connect is they really have 3 main components. You have the home app, a dashboard, and a feed. And I'll show a little bit to make a little bit more sense. The home app is the entry point to Viva Connection. It provides a personalized branded landing page for employees where they can access their organization resources, news, and communities. It's almost like a SharePoint site. The home app is powered by SharePoint and can be customized by organizations to reflect its identity and priorities. Next, you have the dashboard, which is a customized and extensible app bar that appears on the left side of the Teams app. It allows employees to access their frequently used apps and tools such as Outlook, OneDrive, Engage, and Power BI. And this dashboard can also provide custom apps and integration developed by organizations or third-party providers. The feed is a personalized, curated stream of content that appears on the right side of the Teams app. It aggregates, delivers relevant information and updates and announcements from various sources such as SharePoint, Viva Engage, Stream, or custom connectors. And the feed helps employees stay informed and engaged within the organization, as well as connected to their colleagues. Now, how can this help customers and clients? Really, I think Viva Connect is used to design to be flexible and adaptable to many different types of clients and their needs and scenarios. For example, a retail company can use it to connect its frontline workers to its corporate headquarters. A nonprofit organization can use it to foster a sense of community and purpose amongst its remote workers. And potentially a healthcare provider can use it to improve the well-being and productivity of its staff. So let me kind of show you a little bit like what it looks like. So I'm going to bring over my demo account here, Tomorrow's Firm today. So I have up here what the dashboard within Connect is. So as you can see here, I have my web version of Teams, and I downloaded the app called Viva Connect, and I popped in here. Now, first I had to actually create it, which gets done through the admin portal of actually creating the site itself. And I have access to the site right here, which is just really a SharePoint site, just kind of collapsed into a SharePoint location within Teams itself. And within here, you can have your news or relevant post, or even customize it to potentially be a specific type of community within Viva Connections that might make sense for where this is trying to provide or the content is trying to feed. But really feel the main point of entry and access for this is all through the Teams, which is right here. And within here, it brings in other information, like I mentioned. It'll bring in any potential past due tasks, allow you to connect to your Viva Learning and send praise to people that you're working with. So it kind of really provides like one central hub that you can, again, start your day with. And as I mentioned, as well as in the feature and benefits, is you have a feed here, which will bring all the insights from everything you're working on into one centralized feed so you can actually connect and work within this one section. Next, we'll get into Viva Engage. Now, Viva Engage is, I feel, sometimes similar to what the Viva Connect does. Now, Viva Engage is a platform that focuses on the social aspects of work. It allows you to build communities, share knowledge and ideas, and express yourself. This fosters a more interactive work environment and encourages collaboration. Viva Engage provides a holistic view of employees' engagement and well-being. It leverages AI and behavior scenario to deliver personalized insights and nudges to employees. It offers a variety of features and tools to engage and empower employees and integrates seamlessly with the popular productivity and communication tools. Viva Engage helps companies enhance their employer's brand and fosters a positive work environment. Now, Viva Engage is a tool for employees as well as employers and managers to improve their employees' engagement and well-being. Employees can design and launch custom campaigns, monitor feedback, and reward employees. Employees can also participate in surveys, challenges, and even earn rewards. Managers can communicate and collaborate with their teams, set goals, and provide coaching. So let me kind of show you a little bit where this is as well. So there's multiple ways to access Engage. So one, you can download the app within the Teams and bring it right in this direction. You can also access Viva Engage by viva.cloud.microsoft. Now, probably won't remember that, but if you actually open up explore all your apps within Microsoft 365, you can click on apps and you can search for Viva. Open up Viva. And one of the options in here, you have Engage. Now with Engage, you can have here set as bringing in different communities and different leaders and storylines within your organization. So right here, you have communities. So you can set up different types of communities where it might sense for your organization. Maybe it's a fun type of, hey, what movies do people like to watch, or tips and tricks that work for your organization. An all company community where people can come in here and post their thoughts, share what they're trying to learn about. It is, if you use Yammer, this is definitely the Yammer on the back end of actually putting this place out and allowing people to share information within this, ask questions, as well as give praise to people they're working with. Leaders can come in here as well and post their content within this leadership corner that only the leaders that have access to this portal have access to actually kind of broadcast out what they're trying to learn or communicate out to all the employees. So a one-stop shop for people kind of look at what the leader is trying to communicate to the employees. So I find it a nice little place to get information in to what is going on with the organization, kind of harness the culture, what's going on, and be that kind of one-stop shop of what's going on within the organization. And again, a little bit similar to what happens in the Viva Connect, which brings me to Viva Connections versus Viva Engage. What's the difference? Viva Connections and Viva Engage work together to create a more engaging employee experience. So they work nicely together. The Viva Connections displays Viva Engage content and both can be accessed through Microsoft Teams. The Viva Connections, I really think, is a starting point for company news, while Viva Engage is a social platform for building communities. So similar but different in what the actually end goal is for two different applications within Viva. Next, let's jump over to the Viva Learning. Now, Viva Learning is a service that integrates with Microsoft Teams and other platforms to provide a personalized and relevant learning opportunities for employees. It allows access to various learning resources from different sources and enables employees to discover, share, and track their learning progress. Viva Learning provides a seamless and convenient learning experience for employees, offering a personalized and relevant learning journey. It supports a culture of learning and collaboration with the organization and helps align the learning strategies with business objectives. The organization is also empowered to create and curate its own learning content through the Viva Learning. Now, some of the features and benefits of Viva Learning are it provides a seamless, convenient learning experience for employees, and they can access the learning content from within their workflow without switching between different apps and platforms, which I find very convenient and easy. It offers a personalized and relevant learning journey for employees as they can choose a variety of learning topics, formats, levels, based on the interest, goals, as well as needs for what they're trying to get done on a daily basis. It supports a culture of learning and collaboration with organizations, as employees can share from their learning insights, achievements, and feedback with their other colleagues and managers, as well as join learning communities and events. It helps organize and aligns a learning strategy within the business objectives and can track the measurement of the impact of learning on employees' performance, engagement, and retention. And lastly, it empowers organizations to create and curate its own learning content as it leverages from its existing knowledge base, subject matter experts, and best practices, all delivering them through the Viva Learning experience. And I'll go ahead and show a little bit this in a second. Now, how do people benefit this? How do companies use Viva Learning? It can really be used by companies for onboarding new hires, upskilling and reskilling their employees, really fostering innovation and creativity and supporting diversity and inclusion, and enhancing the employee engagement as well as the retention of the employee itself. Now, to access the Viva Learning, it's very simple, like I showed before, for the other Viva modules. So I'm going to start back over here on my Microsoft here. So go back to my home. I can go back to my apps like I showed before. I'm going to go ahead and type in Viva up here. And I have a learning app. I can click on that or click on Viva itself. And then I have my learning path right here. Now, when I click on learning, it'll bring up a learning engagement, see what things I have to learn about. Maybe I have some stuff in progress which has been assigned to me so I can see where my progress is and pick up where I left off. I can browse the courses that might be interest to me. So I have a laundry list of courses from here. All comes free with the Viva Learning toolset itself. I learn how to share and sync with OneDrive, collaboration, create reports. Maybe I want to get some more insight within Excel or something along those lines. So you can kind of search the learning tools. Let's go ahead and type Excel and see what comes up. So here's all the Excel training within Viva Learning right here. Power Up Excel User Challenge, an old one, 2010. I don't know how much useful that is right now, but it has other useful stuff to here as VBA, process modeling. And then maybe you want to take a look at Power BI. Here's some information of how to do some managed data within Microsoft 365. And then maybe HR resources. And so they have other stuff in here other than technical learning capabilities. You have some HR fundamentals, things along those lines that might be beneficial to put into your training program. Maybe have a compliance requires some sort of training within HR. You can go ahead and take a look at what's available to you within the learning platform here within Viva Learning and see if it makes sense to introduce to your organization and then assign out to your employees. So pretty robust, has a lot of information here. Some of these you can see here, 52 minutes of a video-based training. So they are not short videos by any means. Some of them can be short, but they do have a lot of content right at the access your fingertips to make a learning path for potential different roles within the organization. So after you get done with the Viva Learning, the next, I think, logical step within the Viva experience is going to the Viva Goals. Now, the Viva Goals is a Microsoft app that allows you to create and manage your personal and team goals. It integrates with Microsoft tools like Outlook, Teams, and SharePoint, and provides you with a dashboard where you can see the progress and feedback and recognition. Viva Goals also helps align your goals with your organization's vision, values, and supports your growth and development. Now, Viva Goals helps you create SMART goals and allows you to track progress and get feedback and recognition. It has the ability to review and reflect on your performance. You can break down your goals into manageable steps, see how they contribute to your career path, and celebrate your success with others. How do you use Viva Goals? Viva Goals can be used by any company that fosters culture and goal setting, feedback and recognition. Retail companies can set sales targets and track their progress. Manufacturer companies can set a quality standards and monitor performance. And consulting companies can set project deliverables and collaborate with their team members all within the Viva Goals platform. So the Viva Goals definitely kind of works hand in hand, I think, with the learning aspect, and they put the goals behind it, how it kind of rolls up within the organization. Now, lastly, we get to Viva Insights. Now, Viva Insights, I really feel is more of my personal favorite of the Viva platform. It does come standard with a lot of the Microsoft 365 applications they have out there today. Microsoft Insights is part of Microsoft Viva. It's an employee experience platform that helps organizations create a culture of well-being and productivity. Viva Insights provides personalized and actual insights for employees, managers, and leaders to improve their work habits, balance their time, and foster collaboration. Viva Insights also integrates with third-party tools and services such as LinkedIn Learning, Headspace, and workplace analytics to provide a holistic view of the employee's experience. Now, employees can access Viva Insights from their Outlook or Team app and see their daily focus, well-being, and network scores. They can view their work patterns, such as how much time they spend on meetings, emails, chats, and focus time, which I find very fascinating, almost on a 28-day cycle, so you can see month over month how things look. Viva Insights provides a personalized suggestion to help employees optimize their time, protect their focus, and prioritize their well-being. For example, Viva Learning can suggest booking focus time, taking breaks, and learning new tasks. Managers who can access Viva Insights from the Power BI dashboard and see aggregate and anonymized insights from their team's work habits, well-being, and collaboration. They can also compare their team's performance with their organization benchmarks and identify areas of improvements and best practices. Viva Insights provides an actionable recommendations to help managers support their team's productivity, well-being, and engagement. For example, Viva Insights can suggest to reduce meeting overload, encourage learning and development, and foster cross-team collaborations. Now, leaders can access Viva Insights from the Power BI dashboard and see aggregate and anonymous insights as well in organization culture, work culture, well-being, and innovation. They can monitor the impact of their initiatives, policies, and communications on the employee experience. Viva Insights provides strategic guidance to help leaders shape the culture of resilience, agility, and inclusion. For example, Viva Insights can suggest promoting flexible work arrangements, recognizing employees' achievements, and fostering a learning culture. Now, some of the use cases for Viva Insights is Viva Insights can be used by companies to enhance their employee experience. A software company can use it to measure and improve well-being and productivity for its remote workers. A retail company can use it to support the learning and development of its frontline workers, and a healthcare company can use it to foster a culture of innovation and inclusion. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the insights here. Let me bring it up. So right here is the Viva Learning Path module. So let me go ahead and click back a couple times. Here. So I'm on my Viva here. I got my insights, and I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like on my demo account. Then I'm going to show you a little bit of what it looks like on my personal account, because it actually has a lot more information in here. So one of the key parts in here is, like I mentioned before, as far as like the management or leadership, is you can bring in Power BI dashboards into the Insight location. So potentially you're rolling out a Microsoft Copilot, and you want to see how it's being adopted throughout your organization. You can actually take the Power BI dashboard and pump it into the Microsoft Viva Insights. And from here, you have a one-stop location to kind of see the adoption scores, what's going on with Copilot itself. If this actually had some information in here, you can see how many people are creating meetings, chats, as well as if they're utilizing Copilot with their emails and search. It allows you kind of also see the adoption ratio. So you can see how many people are using it within Teams and Outlook over a certain amount of day sets. So you can make sure to see, hey, am I getting all the usage out of Copilot? Did I see a spike up for the first couple of weeks and then spike down, so maybe it's not as useful? Or am I seeing it spike up and then stay flat, so people are utilizing on a continuous basis? And maybe I should use Copilot for more people within my organization. So it allows you to get that insight right from the tool itself. Now, Copilot, not Copilot, Viva Insights has more than just a dashboard. So it really provides that well-being, productivity, and how things are working team-wise for you personally. So within well-being, you can actually set up here is making sure you set up your daily focus plan. Maybe I want to make sure to kind of set aside an hour each morning where people can't take away that time, and it blocks off time on my schedule. Set up quiet time on my schedule as well, and book the focus time I need to make sure that I get the work done that I'm supposed to do, that no one can actually put a meeting request into it. Yeah, also the capability of sending praise. That's a big thing within the Viva itself. You saw it with Engage as well as the connections. You can also do it right here as well from Viva Insights. Now, the productivity I find really interesting. Once you actually get some information here, it'll show you how your meeting habits. What are you doing during your meeting? Did you join in time? Do the meetings that you organize have high attendance? Did you multitask during these meetings? And then from there, we'll actually break out each one meeting details, give you information on each meeting that you attended over that time. Let me go ahead and show you a little bit of what mine looks like. So here I got my productivity. So I can brings in my multiple scores. So I have tons of information here about all the meetings I've worked with. So I can go into meeting detail and see all the 107 meetings I've been involved in, 27 of my organized, of how things acted and integrated with that meeting itself. Was I taking calls? Was there emails happening? Was I focused during that meeting? So what can I change personally to make sure that I'm always present for everything I'm doing? I also like seeing the teamwork here as kind of who I'm working with the most. I can see I have main point of collaborators that I work with on a continuous basis, and also have my connection hub to show what am I doing for my communication time? How am I utilizing it? Am I doing it through chats, emails, and meetings? And I can show this in detail so you can see my time that I'm doing my reading my emails, sending my emails, my chats and calls. Am I going to change something from just this one picture here? Maybe not, but it's good insights to have to see how my day is setting up. I can see here that maybe around that 10:30 time, I got a lot going on. So maybe I definitely want to stop scheduling meetings during that time, or maybe set aside a focus time to catch up on the emails that might come in through that time. So I can really kind of take this information and model my business day to make sure I'm the most productive for the organization, as well as protecting the well-being of myself as a person, so I'm not overloaded. And this gives you that insight to actually take and make those changes. Other things I like about Viva Insights, it provides you the ability, which I can't quite show right here, is when you open up Outlook, of making sure to send emails. If you're working late at night, which sometimes happen, you get an email, you have an option of sending it out delayed. So you can make sure that even though you're working late, the last thing you want to do is maybe send an email to somebody that thinks just because you're sending an email at that time, they're expected to send an answer back. I love using this feature at night, where I click the send delay, and then we'll send it to them at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever time I decide to send it to them. So it has the option of being flexible and changing the time there. It also does a good job of making sure if a person's on vacation, if I'm sending an email to somebody on vacation, it will give up a little message going, this person's on vacation. Do you want to have this delivered when they return? So that way they're not being on vacation, seeing this email come through and figuring they have to answer it immediately. So when they get back, it automatically sends it to them at that time. So they get it when they're back at work, protecting their personal time. And I think that's important to kind of think outwards and put yourself in their shoes and make sure to set those time limits. The last thing I want to show you that I find beneficial with Insights is it gives you the ability to kind of set your schedules. So set your meeting schedules. So if you come into these three dots here with the Viva Insights and click on settings, you have some information here you can put in here so people know how to work with you and how you want it to work with others. What I mean by that is you can schedule your work week. So maybe you are on a flex work week where you work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You can come in here and change these settings. So make sure that if you are off on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, people see that option. Do you want to have the delay send an email to them? So make sure it's kind of functional for the employee itself. The other part I like here is effective meetings. I know we're in post-COVID, during COVID, the meetings have ramped up drastically. People are in meetings a lot of time going, hey, I'm sorry, I'm 2 minutes late coming from another meeting. What I'm using now is you have the ability with the effective meetings of making sure you shorten your meetings. So when I create a meeting now, because I have this set within the Viva Insights, I'm shorting my meetings by 5 minutes when they're less than an hour. And you can actually change it if they're more than longer than an hour. You can actually change the duration of time. So maybe I want to have 10 minutes shorter on a longer duration meeting than an hour to give people more time to get to the next meeting or take a longer break. So you can customize this. And what I like about it is I don't have to think about it anymore. So when I schedule a half an hour meeting, it's really a 25-minute meeting. If I set an hour meeting, it's a 55-minute meeting, making sure we end at that time. And it gives the people a little bit of breathing room before they get into the next meeting. Now, yeah, really in conclusion, I believe you can evaluate your organization productivity and employees engagement with Microsoft Viva. It's a comprehensive suite designed to enhance the workplace experience. Microsoft Viva integrates seamlessly with Microsoft 365 and Teams, like I just demonstrated, offering a platform that supports connection, insights, purpose, and growth. With features like Viva Connections, Viva Insights, Viva Learning, it's an investment in your team's development and well-being. Embracing a solution like this modernizes your communication, accelerates onboarding, and reduces attrition, and increases agility. I recommend starting your journey with Microsoft Viva today to see how you can unlock the full potential of your workforce. Well, that's pretty much all I have today for Microsoft Viva. Like I mentioned, there's other modules within the Viva platform that we'll talk about hopefully maybe sometime later this year to give you more insights about what the other things that can bring to the table as far as the Viva core productivity suite they have. I hope you enjoyed the modules we talked about, and I look forward to talking to you in June, which I believe we're going to be talking about some of the Microsoft upcoming licensing changes. I know we talked about this about a year ago. They may have some new ones coming up. So I want to make sure everyone's aware about what some of the upcoming changes that are going to be taking place in August of this year. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to talking to all soon. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.